think basically, I mean, straight across the board is just race is the biggest issue when it comes to that, misunderstanding. My stepson happens to be Caucasian. My biological son, he's 30. He's black. And when the George Floyd situation was going on, I had a conversation with both of them because they both had vehicles. And the conversation was totally different for each one of them. With my stepson, it's almost like, okay, if you get stopped, you call me, whatever, boom, boom. Because I know he's coming home if he gets stopped. But with my son, it was look, if they get behind you, put your hands on the steering wheel, do not move, do not even reach in the glove compartment. He had eventually got a thing right here on the door where he could put his ID in and so forth. Because it's serious. It's like a lot of times I think when people talk about it, we don't like to touch on the subject of race because it is a touchy subject, but it is what we need to have more understanding about. You know, I hear a lot of people, you know, I have a lot of friends of every color, and I always tell them, because I understand why they say it, but I have a white person tell me, well, I don't see color. You know, and I quickly tell them it's impossible to see me if you don't. You know, so that's one thing I do not, you know, I mean, I try to correct people when they say that you have to deal with me as a black man. Not deal with me any less because I'm a black man, but in order to deal with me properly, you have to understand me. And if you don't see me as a black man, you can't understand me. But getting back to the conversation I had with my sons, it's not a conversation that I wanted to have, but that's the world we live in, you know, and I think it starts with understanding, you know. Like I said, I grew up in Richmond. There were certain neighborhoods when I was growing up that if I drove in upper-class neighborhoods, we would all be on point. We could be doing nothing wrong. We would all be on point because of where we at, and I think by the same token, I think officers, when they drive in certain neighborhoods, but because of whatever the situation is, they're more on high alert, you know, because of the people that live there and misunderstanding, you know, and I think that brings about, if there is a meeting, a stop, or whatever, I think both parties are automatically on high alert and nervous, and, you know, it's a dangerous combination. And I also think on both ends it should be more, I think it should be more vetting with who gets guns, civilians and police.